Hey, what's up you guys? This is Junior Trader, and in this video let's take a look at some of the stocks in the market together with S&P 500 and Nasdaq 100. So the only way is now up from not just here but from last couple of days. That's what we have been talking about, that market is setting up to continue higher and higher, and some of the price points that I provided you were the best places to at least start some position or add into the position. That was a really good price points. But anyways, let's talk about in this video S&P 500, Nasdaq 100, Apple, Tesla, Nvidia, AMD, and SMCI. This is the morning update. It has been almost an hour and a half since the market opened, so just keep that in perspective. Now, before going further, I also want to let you know, none of this is any financial advice and is only for education purposes, just sharing my opinion. Please do your own thing. All right, so S&P 500, let's get to the weekly interval. All right, so on the weekly interval with S&P 500, I have been saying that this is one of the greatest place to buy, $483 around. And you can see we have found a bottom there in the market, and now the things on the tariff sides are on the de-escalation. Now, this fits in really well, this near-term uptrend that we have also been forming. Now, we got this demand candle, all right, this very day. And then thereafter, I have been saying that, guys, any dip below 525 area is just a position building zone. So if you missed this opportunity, that buying over here at 483, this was another opportunity. And if you missed that as well, guys, it's on you. All right. Now, this is where we are just fine on S&P 500 or on the overall market, and the structure will remain just fine even from where we are, as long as we stay above now $533. Definitely we are reaching the near-term next resistance level of $550 area. However, after that, it all gonna open up to 577, especially. That's the near term, at least. I do foresee in next coming days, this week or next week, that we can potentially test 570 as long as we stay in this uptrend structure that is not losing 533 on S&P 500. And also on the hourly interval, things are looking just great, my friends. Okay, just looking great. Okay, this is what I talked with the members as well over the weekend. Again, check out the details if you want to be part of those coverage as well with the members. You get in advance, ahead of the time, a lot of insights into a lot of the stocks. Anyways, so yeah, we are just fine even near term today as we stay above 540. That's just fine. Market already gapped up. It did a little bit of a gap fill, not a gap fill, but some of the stocks did. But yeah, just a little bit of a pullback, which is very normal when we have such a huge gap up. And then it's just continuing higher. Market is just fine, my friends. Market is just fine. All right. So that's S&P 500. Let's take a look at Nasdaq 100 now. Very similar with S&P 500, like that. I mentioned that this was the buying zone, 412 area down there. And then thereafter, I said that, okay, if you missed that, anything below 443 is your building position opportunity. We got that. As I said, if you missed that as well, it's on you, right? So we are still forming a really good pivots, and we are in the near term in an uptrend. Now, I expect to 493 area to be tested eventually in coming days, as long as we stay in this uptrend. Right now, I'm not seeing any structure break, and we are technically just fine. And even just like very similar like S&P 500, even on the hourly interval, if I quickly show you. So really quickly showing you here as well, and anything above 454, even near term, we will be just fine, though I don't want to see it lose 458 and 50 cents now. Yeah, that's that. Alrighty. So yeah, looking good so far, guys, and a near-term target could be 494 on this thing. Apple. So Apple gapped up massively. It's doing some cool off right now. But here's the thing. I do think Apple has found its bottom down there already, 173. And as I said, that maybe I didn't, yes, I didn't talk Apple on my main channel, but with the members, I have already been talking about all of it. I gave all these zones and I mentioned that this is the time to buy. We are already in the money. All right. I'm just touching Apple here because Apple is a pivoting point in terms of tariff situation right now because of the exemptions on the chips, semiconductors, and all of that, at least for the near term, and what the management is saying. Again, not going to go too much detail in here. I already talked with the members, my opinions and scenario yesterday in the video, members only videos in the description. Check out of this video if you are interested as well. Anyways, Apple will remain in the near term uptrend as long as we're above $200. Yes, it's a little bit cooling off. It's a gap fill technically. Technically, structure on this is still fine, and $200 above Apple will be just fine. Intraday, it's a bearish structure, but overall, no. Any until $200, even if that will continue, this further pullback will be just fine. Overall structure, though, is just a pullback on Apple. All right. So let's take a look at now Tesla. So Tesla, I expected it to do a little bit more today, but today it's fine. It's still in the near term holding that pivot. It's still fine overall though, as it's setting up, but it's not really like moving strong. Anyways, 252 above, we are just fine on this thing near term, and as we close above it today as well, we are just fine. Technically, it's still, as I said, in the near term of trend structure, and that still remains the case. 252 above is what we want to see for it to this very zone. We want to see it above $252. Above this will be just fine. 252 to 253, in other words, yeah. And that's that with Tesla. It's very simple with Tesla. Let's take a look at Nvidia. Now, Nvidia also in the near term uptrend structure, and I have been saying the same thing. And on the weekly interval, we found a really good bottom there at this very zone of $94, $95. That's what I have been saying, right in this zone, and we got just bought back up from there, right? And yeah, nothing to worry as long as we stay above 105 area on this thing. Overall structure will be just fine. Let's get to the daily interval actually. And yeah, so it's still in an uptrend near term, and as I said, nothing to worry as long as you're above 105 area. Definitely we got to take out this 115, but that can open up the doors to 127 is what we are watching. So it still remains in an uptrend though. AMD. Now AMD, guys, it's a really good rebound. Now with AMD though, near term move, it's technically forming a really good near-term uptrend, okay, and it has held that demand zone. But the thing is that with this thing right now, and this could be very well the bottom formation, but the thing is that, is it gonna just continue straight up from here? Well, we'll have to take out this blue box zone. Right now we haven't taken out that. That was the rebound play. We got that rebound. Right now is done. The next move is definitely above this blue box, that is $100 area. All right, if we can get above this, that opens up a little bit of strengthful potential of inverted head and shoulder. All right, right now though it's just a rebound, but I am seeing with this rebound a demand candle holding already and a higher low pivot already forming. So that's a good sign. But anyways, we don't want to lose at this point 88 and 32 cents is what I eventually want to see. But anyways, it needs to get above $100 fully before at this time for this thing to really strongly turn around. Otherwise, just a rebound right now. But we do have near term, as I said, some uptrend formation. SMCI. All right, so SMCI, guys, a couple of days ago, I talked about this very play that we can test 37. That's done and done. And thereafter, we are coming down a little bit. We are holding a higher low pivot though. Now, it's not a big mover right now. It's a very slow mover. So the thing is that, yes, it's fine as long as we're above 3280 as well still. But that big move is not going to happen now until we stay below or we don't get above. We need to get above $37, $38 area again for a big move again. Otherwise, no, this will remain like more like a choppy and a slow stock. Okay, that's all I had for you guys in this morning update, and with that, I'll see you in my next videos, guys. Take care. Bye.